You know what you're thinking. It's late. You might not have been thinking that, but now you are. Power suggestion, look at me go. Are you thinking we're cleaned out of all the garbage? We got all the heavy stuff, although we definitely do need a cleanup. We have a path for the forklift to get at the container. We're pretty much all set to make that baby move. If only our forklift was going. Unlucky. I left my tank up here last night. I was working on the carburetor pretty late, and what had happened is I finally got it to idle, but somehow my idling caused a huge amount of fuel to leak out of this junction right there at the bottom. I think it's coming out this side over here. I got my hose on the vacuum advance. I think I had it on the wrong thing, and I might have advanced the timing too much or something. I don't really understand what happened. The end result is this carb started leaking a ton of fuel. I started trying to adjust it with there's a screw down here and the spring, and there's a screw over here. Right there, somewhere right there. But what the end result was is I broke the spring trying to give it a little more slack, because this fork was dropping off this flap arm. So I don't want to mess with it anymore, because I don't know what I'm doing with carbs, and I know there's another carb in there. I can just pull this carb off and put that carb on. The only problem being, the reason why I'm not going to do it tonight, is that I'm losing daylight, and it'll take me a while to get in and out of town. Somehow my fuel got drained, which is really unfortunate. I don't know what to say other than my can's empty. I don't know if someone took it, or if the fuel actually got siphoned into the engine. So I went on a scavenge hunt, which was a bit unproductive until I did a little closer looking at this right here. What these are? These, my friends, are fork extensions. See how long they are? You stick your forks inside the holes there, and all of a sudden your forklift becomes a much longer forked forklift, allowing you to not punch a hole in your container when you decide to pick it up. So that's really nice to find those. At least there was a small one today. You wouldn't believe it. He is alive. Put the new carb on. Fuel filter number 1. Fuel filter number 2. And adjusted timing. And we're getting a little smoke out of the bottom of the carb, but it's actually looking like it's going to work. Looks like it's not idling. This choke is choking too much. Right here, flap kicks back, and it will start, but only when I stick my finger down there. It's alive. New carburetor, fuel filter. I know it's dirty. We had a huge problem with this pump right here last night. Gave us a ton of problems. We had a bunch of sediment when we started using the new tank. So we have another fuel filter on here. And when I kick over the motor, this choke has to be suppressed. But once it's on and warm, I kick the throttle on, it stays open and it will idle, which is a huge improvement. It means that we're going to be able to actually moved this container, it looks like. Back at the compound here. A series of unfortunate events occurred since my last video. I got the forklift going, as you can tell in the last video. And unfortunately, there was some shenanigans that took place. The ranch had been burglarized, and while I had nothing to do with it, the old guy was very upset about this happening out there, and he decided to pretty much go on hiatus. I think a lot of it has to do with his mental state and his emotional state, and he just needs a break, which is really unfortunate timing because we're finally getting to the point where we're going to start working on that container. I hope we can resolve the issue and he'll come around. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to go down, but I think some space is what's required right now. One of the things I'm going to have to do is get a way to haul the shipping containers, which you might think, I have a trailer. I do have a trailer, but what I don't have is a trailer that's wide enough to haul a shipping container. Those fenders you see, they're too narrow, so they won't allow for me to put a shipping container on there. They're about a foot short. So a couple things have to happen. I have to buy a new trailer, which I negotiated. I'm going to pick up tomorrow morning and take you guys along for that. We're headed to Oregon. This is California, near the border. Coming up on it. I'll throw a little footage here for you guys. Got a bit of a crack in my windshield. The froster made the crack, believe it or not, pretty well. Going to get that trailer. Let's go. It's quite a ways down the road. We're deep in Oregon. Just past the Crater Lake exit on I-5, 99. Exit 99 is the name of it. It's a good gas stop. I paid cheap gas compared to California. It's almost basically $1 a gallon cheaper. And I got some ahi, some poke. I grew up on the islands, so that's the type of lunch I pack. It's always good with a little rice seasoning. Should be there in about 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours. So, a little adventure. Never been out this direction exactly. I've been in the region a couple times. It is beautiful. I'll give you guys a little flip around on Max and Lunch. See what's back there? Are you looking? It's a trailer. I got it. Freaking amazing, right? See what's behind me? Probably. It's a container. The guy that sold me the trailer was a cool dude. He's got a place right on the ocean. They did some fish processing there. He's a contractor, and it was amazing. So, very excited to make a contact with him. He gave me one of those containers, and I'm going to experiment with some pre-manufactured hemp, using that as a form. So, very exciting. We'll see how that all pans out. I gotta kind of process what's going on with that, but as you can tell, it's been been quite a few hours. I'd love to stop and do some filming, but such is life. You can only film on the go. So I'm gonna head back, get back as quickly as I can so I can get back to the grindstone, make everything happen. Very exciting. I'm stoked. This trailer is going to be a huge piece of the puzzle in this entire Hempcrete adventure. I can finally haul a shipping container. More importantly, I can haul a final product once I build it. So I'm going to shoot some footage of the beautiful drive before it gets dark, and stop for some fuel soon. So enjoy.